All right. Are we in? Welcome everybody to East Penn High School. We're here for the finale of the Central Penn College Lady, but it's going to take a big victory here tonight, Christian.
Definitely. So I'm ready for another great game from our Lady Knights. It's always an interesting night when Borelli, Jalen, and Jure lace up their sneakers. Jalen's averaging 33 points per game. Another great victory.
Central Penn Knights take on, they are led by Jayla Brown-Thomas, who's just about 10 a game. So it's going to be tough for the Knights to stop those two, in which we're taking the time to honor two seniors. One, Natalie Richard, of the seniors here shortly. And we'll game time.
She is a great leader for us and greatly missed. We wish you the best of luck and will always be here for you. We love you. This new season will leave by too quickly, but you will always be part of our Lady Knight family. Ladies and gentlemen, number 13, Michaela Sentinel. Next, we have number 20, Natalie Richard. She is a student of her mother, Sue Richards, her son, Aaron Bush, and her boyfriend, Rafiq Bush. She is also a member of the women's soccer team, Campus Christian Ministries, and Gamma Beta Phi Honor Society. She has won 4 writing scholarships, made Dean's List 7 times in a row, and was selected as Player of the Month in March of 2017. Her favorite memory at Central Penn College was volunteering at the Nativity School of Harrisburg during her sophomore and senior year. Coach Hicks states that from the time Nat stepped foot in our gym, she has always given 100% to this program. She has been one of the players who has truly seen the growth we have made the past several years, and that wouldn't have been possible with her. Watching her grow both on and off the court has been an honor for us as coaches. We wish her nothing but the best and hope she always remembers, once a lady night, always a lady night. Ladies and gentlemen, number 20, Natalie Richard. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please direct all your attention to center court? Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause to Natalie Richard. And ladies and gentlemen, let's give a final round of applause to the Central Penn Ladies Basketball Class of 2019. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to East Penn High School for today's USCAA Women's Basketball Contest between the visiting Trinity Washington Tigers and your Central Penn College Lady Knights. Right now we ask you to please stand and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. First, for the visiting Tigers, coached by Miss Tiffany Lockett. First, we have number 14, Najaya Hendricks. Number 24, Melissa King. Number 15, Brianna Roche. Number 20, Mary Nell Keller. And number 34, Evan Thomas. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your Central Penn Lady Knights, coached by Miss Casey Gibbs. At guard, 5'9" freshman from Harrisburg, number 33, Leanna Borelli. At guard, 5'6" sophomore from Harrisburg, number 11, Whistling Berna. At forward, 5'7" junior from Middletown, number 23, Jalen Burton-Jones. At forward, 5'11" freshman from Carlisle, number 21, Jeray Patterson. And at guard for her final time on 5'1" junior from Lancaster, number 20, Natalie Richard.
Well, Christian, that was a pretty exciting pregame festivities where we witnessed an engagement on the court. Quite a way to spend your senior night, that's for sure.
Definitely. It was amazing.
Well, the Knights are in a predicament. They are 8-12, but they are still ranked in the coaches poll, meaning that there's still hope in the USCAA tournament to get a bid later this week. So while this is their final game of the season, a nice showing here might help them get in the tournament, Christian. And then with a great player like Jalen Burton-Jones, you never know what's going to happen in the tournament.
Definitely not. It's going to be a good game tonight. Hopefully our Lady Knights can pull it out and we make the tournament.
I think we have a shot in the tournament, honestly. When you have a player of that caliber, I mean, we have a great team, but Jalen obviously going to be an All-American, averaging over 33 points a game. Really incredible the season she's had.
Amazing season. I'm looking forward to it. I hope we can make a long run in the tournament.
And Natalie Richards, the newly engaged Natalie Richards, comes down with that ball. Jalen and Borelli's taking a shot from way outside, not quite. But Whistling Verna down inside gets the rebound, and it's going the other way. Trinity Washington, as I mentioned during the pregame show, Christian, 0-15 on the season. Has to be a disappointing season for them.
Yeah, definitely. With rough seasons, it just comes with just at the end of the year, you just want to play, give it a try. So we'll see what they do when they come out tonight.
Good ball movement on the outside, though. Inside to Keller, outside to King. Not quite. King averaging 6.2 on the season. Jalen, on the other hand, 33. And down inside, Whistling Verna with her first points of the game. Pretty incredible that Natalie's playing. Hadn't played this season because she just had a child. Jure on the fast break. Not quite, but Verna backs her up and gets another 2.
Excellent hustle by our Lady Knights.
Michaela Sensening is injured today. Did injure herself in the last broadcast we had, Christian. King with the 3. That's her second 3 and a miss. Look at the drop step there and the foul. Oh, they're calling a travel. Calling a travel.
That was a questionable call
but
right there.
She took it well and rushes back on D.
That was a beautiful move.
I'll tell you what, Bradley Beal did the exact same thing a couple of days ago. Took 5 steps and they didn't call out.
Yeah, it's a different NBA now.
King from deep, can't hit. Borelli the rebound. Driving right through, straight to the hoop. Just a little bit short. Richard's going for that ball, can't quite get it. That's what I was saying about Natalie. She just had a baby. And the fact that she's back and playing today is remarkable. I mean, the baby's only just a couple of months old.
Yeah, that just shows how much heart she has, and she must really love the game of basketball.
Well, it's senior night, so you make some exceptions.
Definitely. You wouldn't want to miss it.
Early timeout. It's 4-0 early on here. Central Penn. Big game here for Central Penn. Need this one to potentially get into the tournament, and then who knows what's going to happen from there. Final game of the season, final home game of the season. Unfortunately, Christian, final broadcast of the season for the basketball program.
Yeah, sadly. I really enjoyed doing this, and every game that we announced so far has been a great one.
Either a game-winning shot or an overtime. Unfortunately, in the men's game we called last week, they were not victorious in overtime. There's some very questionable fouls in that game, but it's in the books. After the last couple of games, Jalen has brought her scoring average up to over 33 points a game. Really quite incredible. What a season. This might be one of the best seasons in the history of Lady Knights basketball. How could it not be?
Yeah, I haven't heard of anyone scoring over 30 points.
Or even really coming that close. Patterson is second on the team in scoring with 12. But Patterson in her own right's had a great season. Nice screen there, going inside. And that's going to be Trinity Washington ball. King the inbound. Over to Thomas. And King on the outside. Christian, I'll tell you, we were watching King in pregame warm-ups, and I'll tell you, she looked pretty good.
Yeah, I called it. I had a feeling that she was going to be one of the best players on the team.
Steal from Jalen, taking it coast to coast. And that'll be 2 early on. It's 6-0. Knights.
Good start from our Lady Knights. We're going to want to get up on top quick tonight.
I mean, you got to look at it this way. Trinity Washington has nothing to lose here. 0-15 on the season. But they look like they're playing hard, though.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said earlier, it's just playing for pride now. And
well, Christian, what's the key in playing a team that's had a rough season like this? A lot of times, teams often overlook teams like this.
Yeah, that's something that you never want to do with any team or any sport, just because, you never know. They're a college basketball team and a college team just like you are, so you got to put the pedal to the floor every night and treat every team the same.
Exactly. Just don't even consider what their record is. Patterson inside. Can't get it to fall. honestly, obviously we're both impressed with Jaylin, but Jerae Patterson's got to be one of, up there in team MVP.
Yeah, definitely. She had an amazing season as well. She's a dominant down there in the post.
And Jaylin taking it the other way. And that'll go. That'll be 8-0.
They're making it look easy right now.
Well, I'll tell you, even a game we previously broadcast, Christian, we got off to a big early lead and ended up giving it back in the second half.
Yep. That was a sketchy game, but
Oh, Jaylin with a steal. And 2 more. It's 10-0, and Jaylin scored the last 6. Kayla Murrin on the floor right now. Haven't seen a lot of her this season. Only averaging 5 minutes a game. But with Sensening out with her ankle injury, she should be looking to pick up the slack here. Richards did get the start. Back to the bench. Hopefully she gets some more minutes here later in the game. Congratulations go out to Natalie and Rafiq Bush. Rafiq, a former men's player. Verna with the steal. And she goes all the way, not quite. But Jaylin stays with it. Back into Verna. And out of bounds. But yes, congratulations, Rafiq, a former student of mine and former men's basketball player. Natalie also a student of mine at one point. So I wish them the best, and best of luck in their engagement.
I believe that I never seen somebody propose before. That was the first for me. There's a lot of firsts that came along with this broadcast.
Nice. Jaylin can't get it to fall there. Actually, you proposed to my wife at Independence Hall in Philadelphia.
Oh, man.
Jaylin with the bucket. And that's 8 straight for Jaylin, and it's 12-0.
She's looking to have a big night tonight.
And a big victory is what the Knights might need here. The shot from deep from Von Hendricks. Can't get it to fall.
If basketball is anything like our baseball season, when it comes down to the tournaments, they look at scores, strength of schedule, and all that. So, running up a score could definitely do justice in the long run. That's if they do it just like they do baseball.
Verna with another shot. Can't get it to fall. But I'll tell you, I like the aggressiveness that Knights are showing here. And Whistlin's going to get called for that foul. Early on, 5 minutes left in the first quarter. It's 12-0. Sierra DeWalt will come in, check in. Borelli will have a seat. From deep from King. Can't get that to fall. Jaylin with the rebound. And blocked, or looked like they got a piece of that one. Roach got the block there, or at least interfered with the shot. And Roach takes a shot there. Not quite. Rebound Patterson. I love the inside-outside presence that we have with Jaylin and Patterson. Patterson with 8 boards on the season averaging. Murrin, Jaylin.
Jerae's nearly averaging a double-double. That's tremendous. That's an amazing season right there that she has.
Von Hendricks from outside. No good. Jaylin the rebound, pushes it. Takes on the entire team. And gets her own rebound. Incredible from Jaylin. That's 10 straight points for Jaylin, and it's 14-0. Whistling with the steal to Jaylin. This is, I'll tell you, Brian Cristiano over there on the mic's got to be getting sick of saying Jaylin. That's 12 straight points.
She's such a good basketball player, man. Every day, every game, she just brings it.
And we are very fortunate to have her. Kayla Murrin with the steal. Excellent job there. Jaylin looks like she's setting it back up. Nice screen there from Kayla. Going back to Whistling. Inside. Can't quite get it to fall. Rebound by Roach. Walked up by King. So King's been shooting a lot of threes. Actually leads the team in threes, but only shooting about 20% on the season. Nice shot there, but Jeray Patterson affects the shot. Whistling walking it up. Murrin. It's going to DeWalt. Almost stolen there, and Whistling drives the lane. What a shot. The two-headed monster tonight. That's Whistling with 6 and Jeray with 12. Almost a steal there from Whistling. Heaven Thomas with the shot, no good. Patterson another rebound. I mean, you really can't get off to a much better of a start here, Christian. 18-0 with 1:30 left in the first quarter.
Yep, definitely. They couldn't ask for anything else.
DeWalt for 3. No good. Rebound Von Hendricks. Pushing it. That one was blocked by Jaylin. She can certainly do it all. They have her running the tip. I mean, block, steal, tip off. No one's covering her now. Wide open from 3. Not quite, but Jeray the rebound and knocks it down.
Yeah, I don't believe they have anybody to match up with Jeray today either.
Honestly, I haven't seen a team yet that really had anyone that can match up with Jeray, and fortunately, it seemed like they're taking advantage of it today. They're going to, about 18 on the clock, so a little bit of a differential here. Roach goes down awkwardly. King from deep, no good. And Jaylin. There looks like they're going to hold for the last shot here. And it's 20-0. Whistling to Jaylin. Back to Whistling, and she drives. Good shot, but Patterson with the putback.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been informed that Central Penn College is on Blackboard Day tomorrow. Central Penn College will be closed and will be on Blackboard.
Well, Central Penn College students should note that just because we're on Blackboard Day doesn't mean you don't have to do anything.
We see you over there.
Christian, I mean, what is there to say? 20-0 at the end of the first quarter. Jeray, Whistling had 6. Jeray had a couple putbacks there. There's nobody that can get the defensive or offensive glass. I mean, this is just an unreal display from the Knights.
Yeah, it's a remarkable performance by pretty much every individual, but Jeray and Jaylin are doing very well right now. They're moving the ball around. Whistling's playing great defense and offense. They can't be touched right now. Let's see how long they can hold them to nothing.
Did you have a senior kind of recognition when you were a senior in high school, Christian?
Yeah, it was something similar to what they just did. They give you like a picture. Everybody on the team signs it. We don't get flowers because we're guys, but yeah, I forgot what my gift was. I think it was a basketball that was signed as well.
Cool.
Yeah, it was a great moment. It's amazing.
Did you win that game?
Yeah, definitely.
See, that's one that you're going to remember. This is one that Natalie and Michaela are going to, and it's too bad that Michaela did injure herself. I'm sure she'd love to be out there with her team, but she is going to enjoy this. We will hear from Michaela at halftime. We have 2 interviews lined up, one with Laura Lee's going to interview Coach Casey Hicks. I'll be interviewing Michaela. And so hang around with us at halftime, and we'll get those right as the second quarter is over. And it's 22-0, Central Penn. Trinity Washington is from D.C., so that came a little bit of a decent way to be here today. They still have a game or two remaining on their schedule, so they've got a chance to at least break into the win column at some point. We see senior Natalie Richards back on the floor. Leanna Borelli will bring up the ball. Inside to Verna. Murrin. Natalie from deep. Not quite. It's Natalie's first shot attempt of the season. As we mentioned, she didn't play this year because she just had a baby and is now engaged. So it's nice that she's able to check into this game. Ball fake there, inside, but blocked by Borelli. Whistlin's going the other way. She's going to hold it for a minute. Trying to get it inside to Natalie. Borelli, ball fake there, drives the lane, inside to Natalie, and it's blocked. Going back to Natalie. Rebound, back to Borelli. Nice rebound. Turned over. Von Hendricks with the shot, and they'll go to the line for a chance to get on the board here. It's 20.
Trinity Washington will be number 14, Najaya Von Hendricks.
On the board, 22-1. So as we look back on the season, Christian, I mean, while Jalen is, the team MVP, I think that's pretty clear. A lot of the other players on this team really have shown some amazing skills. Starting with Whistling Verna. She has been, a huge spark plug to their offense. And Roach inside, and she's going to score. Whistling on the season, averaging 6.6 points a game. Shoots 35% from the field. So she's had a decent season. Leanna Borelli, January Central Penn Athlete of the Month. She's averaging 8.4 points per game. Also 4.1 assists. And Natalie Richards with her first points of the season. Congratulations to her being able to score in her last game here at Central Penn College. And Kayla Murrin with the rebound. And it's 24-3. Christian, who are some of the other players that played a big role for the Knights this year? We talked about Borelli and Verna.
Like I said, the Lady Knights just all play together as one. Whether it's rebounding, passing, just stepping in, man. Everybody on their bench just comes off and they all play the same. They really gel together as a team. They're great.
Well, and I know the Knights suffered some injuries this season. Sheree Thornton was injured. There were some other important injuries this year to some people who played. Brianna Valentine also injured. So we've got, this was a pretty deep team early in the season. Of course, we'd be remiss without mentioning Jeray Patterson, as we talked about earlier, averaging almost a double-double there. And Jalen with the board. I'll tell you, I think if we can bring some of these players back next year, Whistling, Jalen, Jeray, Borelli, I think we're going to have a really strong team next season in the USCAA.
Definitely. And especially if we add some more members, recruiting is always big, and just fitting the team coming in. These group of girls, like I said, they gel, and I believe anybody will be easy coming when they come in. They just fit right in.
Trinity Washington foul number 23, Kelly Lee, that's her first personal foul.
Kelly Lee with the foul there, number 23. Outside to Borelli from deep. Oh, yeah. Borelli with the three makes it 27-3. It's got to be difficult to keep up your intensity when you're winning this big. Say, if you're up by 10 runs or something, Christian, don't the guys have a tendency to kind of maybe drop their shoulders a little bit, maybe kind of, fall asleep a little bit, if you will?
Actually, it's just like stats at that point. Normally, you don't ever play for stats, but when you're up big and you just want to keep doing good, you want to just keep adding on. It's just, I don't want to say like practice, but it just helps you focus on the fundamentals and it makes it a lot easier to play.
On the other side for Trinity Washington, Alyssa King scored the bucket, makes it 27-5. Borelli to inbound. Inside to Jeray, and she gets it to fall. Big game for her. 29-5. Got about 5.5 minutes left in this quarter. That clipped the backboard. Tiffany Lockett, tough season for her coaching this squad, but she was an amazing player for the Baldwin Wallace Lady Yellow Jackets, where she led the team in scoring and free throw percentage in her senior year and was named the Ohio Athletic Conference Player of the Week. So I'm sure that she's just a new coach this season. So I'm sure that Trinity Washington has some growing to do, but they have a good coach.
Definitely, a coach with a lot of experience.
I'm sure Casey Hicks is happy with the way that her team has played thus far. Von Hendricks to the line. Keller will check in. Keller, the only person from Trinity Washington from the state of Pennsylvania. She hails from Wayne, Pennsylvania, and went to Conestoga High School. Misses both. Borelli with the rebound. Jalen, the ball fake. High off the glass, and that's good. Brian's got to think of some different ways to inflect that voice. He's going to be saying it a lot this evening.
I look back on the games that we covered and just watching it now. Jalen averaging 33 points a game, that's truly amazing. It's just, she puts on a show every time she's out there.
Well, Christian, considering that we are only averaging 60, well, I don't even want to say only, we're one of the tops in our conference, 68.9 points a game. I mean, it's pretty incredible. And what a pass.
The ball movement there was excellent. The Knights are doing a great job. They're just passing for open shots now, and they're starting to really feel it.
Oh, they're going to call it travel there on Von Hendricks. Murrin will check in for Richards. On the floor, we have Sierra DeWalt, Kayla Murrin, Jeray Patterson, Leanna Borelli, Jalen Burton-Jones. But Christian, to your point, I mean, we're averaging 68 points. She's averaging nearly 50% of our scoring. Inside to Jeray, follows her own miss, and she gets it to go. Very interesting. We will be delivering the nightly news player of the game at the end of the game. King from deep, no good. She's been firing from the outside, but Christian, she has not hit one yet. She's 0 for 5 at this point.
Yeah, she's taking a high percentage of the team's shots. She's been open the most, though, so they're not bad attempts, but they are just not falling.
I'm not really sure what their defense is against Jalen. That's like the third or fourth time she's just been wide open in the middle of the floor.
I think they're losing her in transition.
See, now she moves to the inside, does King, and she gets that one to fall. That makes it 33-10. Jalen is incredible. We're very lucky and fortunate to have her as a Knight, and we certainly hope that we can get to the playoffs, see what she can do. Borelli from deep, no good. Rebound from Von Hendricks. King from outside, no good. Like I said, she only is averaging 20% from 3. And I'll tell you, we've got some awesome three-point shooters on our team. Borelli shoots 31%. Jalen, listen to this, 42% from behind the arc.
Those are amazing numbers from around the arc.
I mean, she's also shooting 54% from the field. I mean, that's unbelievable. Borelli, Burton Jones, and that's good. 35-10 with just about 2 minutes left here in the second quarter. Von Hendricks with the shot, no good. Jalen the rebound. Nice atmosphere on senior night here. Nice to see Natalie and Michaela get recognized here for all their hard work as Lady Knights. And I'm glad to see Natalie getting some minutes here tonight. Little hot dog move there. No, but no harm, no foul. Jure inside. They can't stop Jure. And they call a jump ball there.
Trinity Washington basketball.
Trying to sort out who gets the jump ball here. Looks like Central Penn is going to get the ball. So Christian, when your time is up with Central Penn, which we know you still have 2 seasons, would you ever be interested in playing Legion ball, or you ever be interested in becoming an umpire or a referee? You ever thought about that?
Yeah, I have some type of connect overseas. I would love to play overseas, just because I love baseball with all my heart.
Well, listen, if you can play professionally and get paid anything to play, please do that.
Definitely. The good thing about the overseas league is I could come back and work a full-time career here as well. They would just, I don't know what it would be called, but I can go over there for 4 months, 5 months, and just play baseball. That'd be lovely. I would love to do that.
Now, what country are you talking about?
Australia.
Oh, okay. That's not what I expected when you said overseas here.
Yeah.
Well, we're winding down the second quarter. We will have a couple interviews here at the half. 35-10. It's 36 seconds left.
There's also a Japan league, but the Japan league, there's a lot of talent over there, but I believe I could fit in there.
Well, Japan and Korea are probably 2 of the larger international areas. Kevin Thomas pulls them to within 25.
The crowd's getting bigger and bigger here as the game goes on.
There's got to be at least 75, 80 people here. I will tell you, Central Penn has delivered in terms of the crowd. All right, we're going to end the first half. It's 37-12. We do have 2 big interviews coming up. Casey Hicks will be interviewed by Laura Lee. I will be interviewing Michaela. So they'll be up with us here in a minute. Stay tuned. Don't forget, everybody, Central Penn College welcomes you to join us at our spring open house, taking place Saturday, March 2nd, from 9 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. in Summerdale. During the event, prospective students will have the opportunity to meet our experienced faculty and learn about our program offerings during our program fair. Our admissions team will discuss details about the college and admission requirements. A financial aid coordinator will review the financial aid process along with providing general tips and suggested timelines for your senior year. The day will also include a campus tour with our student ambassadors. For more information, email admissions@centralpenn.edu or visit http://centralpenn.edu. Well, we have 2 interviews coming up here. Michaela, if you just give us 1 second, Laura's going to go ahead and interview Casey. We'll let her get back to the locker room here in just a minute. Laura, take it away.
How are you? I'm doing good right now. I can't
That's what I'm about to
complain
even
right
ask you. I'm about to ask you, how do you feel about this game? Like, it's just good.
It's a win. It's good.
Yeah.
It's always good to have a game like this that we're able to have fun, work on things, especially on senior night. Makes it a little bit more special. So we're just enjoying it. We're enjoying the win right now.
So now, you know, how do you feel about the USCAA?
We find out hopefully by the end of the week. So Friday we should know a little bit more about the tournament bid. I still think it's a long shot. All I care is that the girls finish strong today.
And they sure
This is
did.
potentially our last game of the season. So going out strong today, doing what we had to do, and then just keeping our fingers crossed for Friday. We'll find out.
Well, I want to say good luck to y'all. Y'all don't need the luck, but, you know, still take it.
Yeah, we'll take it. We'll always take it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Casey. And Laura will be back with you when we name the Nightly News Player of the Game. I'm going to email. I'm going to interview Michaela. Michaela, come on over. First of all, I want to thank you so much for joining us. It's senior night. Let's hope it's not, but this might be your last game ever here for Central Penn College. What were your impressions from the season?
This season was definitely a season of the unexpected, from having to forfeit some of our season wins to losing some big deal players, but overall I couldn't be more proud to be a part of Central Penn.
So unfortunately we see you're not playing tonight. Did you injure yourself that badly in the last game that we did? We saw you go down, we saw you icing it up. We kind of hoped it was just kind of a sprained ankle. That's not what it was?
Yeah, so it's just a sprain. It's a bad sprain right on the joint, so it's just going to take a lot of time to heal. So unfortunately any tweaks will kind of make it worse. So
and you might speak to this, but to be honest, a lot of people think sprained ankle not a big deal. Guess what? Oftentimes ligaments involved, it can be a very big deal. In fact, oftentimes a sprain's worse than a break, right?
That's what I was saying. When they were confused about whether or not there was a little tip off my bone, I was kind of hoping it was a break so that it would heal a lot faster, but it was a sprain, so playing it safe. So
I know Coach Casey said that it might be a long shot, but what would it mean? Would you be able to get back to the tournament game? You have people like not only yourself have a chance in the tournament.
I think so too. Hopefully, based off.
Go enjoy halftime with your crew.
Thank you.
And thank you for spending time with the Nightly News.
Appreciate it.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Break here. We will be back with a couple minutes left, and we'll get ready for the second half. Until then, this is Paul Miller for the Nightly News, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. All right, Christian, we're back here with you. East Pennsboro High School, Paul Miller, Christian Fulp for the Nightly News. This is our fourth and final basketball broadcast of the season. This is our third Lady Knights game. We did one men's game last week. Lady Knights, impressive beginning here. 37-12, 25-point lead here. Jalen, Jeray Patterson really leading the team here. Whistlin Verna chipping in with 6. What are the keys to victory here in the second half with this big lead, Christian?
I would definitely just say keep your foot on the pedal to each and one of our Lady Knights. Just keep sharing the ball and just keep looking for good open shots, and I believe we'll have a just as good second half as we did the first.
As we get ready for the second half, just wanted to make a note. Don't forget it is free to apply to Central Penn College. To apply, visit centralpenn.edu/apply for an application today. So we got 2 interviews there, Michaela Sensening and Coach Casey Hicks. It's nice to have Michaela on, unfortunately, with that sprained ankle. She did say, though, Christian, if they make the playoffs, the tournament, there's a shot that she could come back.
That's great. It's her senior year. Definitely, if she makes the tournament, she's going to want to play. She's a competitor, and I know she wants to be out there right now, but resting up with an injury is the most important thing.
Well, it was interesting to note, a lot of people don't realize this, a sprain often can be worse than a break, depending on how severe the sprain is.
Yeah, definitely.
So, it obviously, I mean, that game was a week and a half ago, and she's still not well enough to even give it a shot here. You know she wants to be out there with her teammates, that's for sure. All right, so we're going to get started here with the second half. Trinity Washington trails 37-12. The shot from number 34, Heaven Thomas. Borelli's going to walk it up. Borelli inside, Jalen. Nolan Gardner there.
Snuck right behind the zone.
I'm sorry, to me, they obviously know that Jalen's an amazing player, just from looking at the stats. Why is there not at least one person on her at all times?
Maybe they didn't look at the stats.
I'm guaranteeing they looked at the stats, Christian.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. They're playing a defensive zone, so maybe they're just trying to keep people in front of them, but it just seems like we just keep slipping on behind them.
If I'm them, I'm keeping a body on Jalen the entire time. I don't care about the zone. Borelli, the ball fake inside to Whistlin, expecting someone to be there, no one there. Natalie drives to the hoop. To Jalen. Can't quite get it to fall there. King's going to run it down the floor. Looking for that screen there, but Von Hendricks, no good. Borelli the rebound. I really hope the Knights get a shot here in the tournament, because I think they have a really good shot with the players they have, especially if Michaela can come back.
Yeah, definitely. They have high hopes too right now. They're doing well on all cylinders of the game, so I would love to see them in there to compete.
Natalie from deep can't get it to go. Nice move there, but can't get it to fall there for King. King's certainly taken a lot of shots. King getting a lot to fall though, and Jalen's going to take the ball up the floor here. Borelli, Whistlin, Jalen. Inside to Jeray, outside to Borelli. From deep, no good. And that went over the backboard there, so we'll change possession. Trinity Washington ball.
Commentating these games makes me really miss playing basketball.
Well, you said that you might play next year.
Yeah, definitely. Just gonna come down to my internship, see how things are going with interning and classes. But I would love to get back on the court.
Well, I'm sure we can make that happen for you, Christian. Just trust me, if you don't, you'll never forget, and you might end up to regret it.
Yeah, definitely wouldn't want to regret anything.
Borelli from outside. Oh, yeah. Natalie Borelli with the triple. And now Central Penn with a 30-point lead. It's 42-12. The steal from Jure. Pretty incredible steal there. And Central Penn calls a 30-second timeout. We are proud to be the first college in Central Pennsylvania to offer free housing to all incoming students, Dr. Linda Fedrizzi Williams said in a recent interview. With this initiative, all incoming freshmen and transfer students who choose to live on campus will be eligible to receive free housing for the entire 2019 and 2020 seasons. This does come as a scholarship. You do have to attend full-time, be in good academic and financial standing, and avoid any disciplinary issues. Qualified students will still be responsible for paying their tuition, utilities, and meal plan. You can always find more information from centralpenn.edu/free housing. (42-12) here, 6:47 left in the third period. We have Richards, Verna, Burton Jones, Patterson, and Borelli on the floor for the Knights. Going inside to Borelli, back outside to Jaylin. Whistling comes up with the loose ball. Can't get it to go. Roach the rebound. King pushes it and takes it all the way, but Jaylin interrupts that play.
She was so casual on that block right there. She was almost waiting for it.
King weaves in and out. Kind of a desperation shot there. Grabs her own board and gets that to go. King with the bucket. That's 42-12, 6:08 left. I know this has been a fairly dominant performance for the Knights, but don't sleep on this team. Jaylin inside with the assist from Patterson. Back up to a 30-point lead. Roach, Devon Hendricks back inside to Roach. Tries to save it, can't do it. Turnover to Borelli going the other way. And she pushes. And she's going to take it back out and regroup. Natalie from way downtown. Richards no good, but still a decent shot. King pushes again. Literally taking on the entire team there. Verna the rebound. Just doesn't look like, in fact, their leading scorer is injured for Trinity Washington. The hook from Jure can't get it to go. Jayla Brown-Thomas is the leading scorer for Trinity Washington.
And Kelly Lee return to the game.
Some substitutions there. Want to thank Dylan Kleintop for the amazing camera work this season. He's done a fantastic job. Brian Cristiano has also helped us out this year. He does the PA. Of course, Laura Lee, our #1 sideline reporter for the games so far this season. And then my main man to my right, Christian Fulp, doing an amazing job on color commentary. Verna pushes it. Shot there from DeWalt. Doesn't get it to fall. Oh, and Jure. That's a heck of a way to get a turnover there, taking one off the head.
Jaylin's dribbling the ball up the court with some giggles after that one.
It's got to be one of the most unique turnovers that we've ever seen. Getting down under 4 minutes, 44-14. Knights lead by 30. Jure with the shot, doesn't go. Lee with the board. King pushes again. You know, they've got, if they could just hit some of these inside shots and really some of these outside shots as well, I mean, they've got the intensity. King, nice take to the hoop. They just struggle in size of height I mean, honestly, Jure is a minimum of 4 inches taller than every player on the Trinity Washington squad.
Yeah, we definitely have the height advantage on this one.
But in all honesty, though, there's not too many people that can size up with Jure height-wise, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely not. She has been one of the bigger ladies on the court every game, and she's just dominant down there in the paint. It's easy, especially when you have somebody like Jalen, Whistling, and Borelli to pass the ball down low to her.
Murrin down inside to Jure, loses the handle. Jalen wide open from outside. Jure gets her hand on the rebound, can't quite get it, but Kayla Murrin comes up with it. Whistling comes up with it. What a sequence there. I mean, even though with this big lead right here, that's they're definitely keeping a very, very positive ball rotation, intensity. Walt with the shot, can't get it to go. Of glass. Did she call it, Christian?
I don't believe so, but it's a three-pointer.
Counts nonetheless. 44-17, 2 minutes, 16 seconds left. Lady Knights in control of this game. Inside to Jaylin. What a take. With some contact. No foul called, but still gets the 2.
I'd love to see the score sheet right now, see how many points she has.
She's got to be getting close to 20.
I was sure she broke that already.
King with a nice shot. The rebound from Keller. DeWalt. The rebound for Central Penn. Jalen slows it down to 15 on the shot clock. DeWalt on the outside, back to Jalen. Inside to Patterson. Takes on 2 defenders. What a left sky hook there from Jure Patterson. She's got some really excellent interior moves.
Yeah, her post moves are pretty much unmatchable.
I mean, when you're throwing up shots like that and you're getting them to go, there's no question about it. Richards and Borelli return to the ball game. Patterson, Jaylin will take a quick breath, try to regroup themselves for the fourth quarter. Murrin's going to walk it up the floor here. Inside to Whistling. Sounded like ball, but it looks like they called the foul there. Borelli to inbound. Richards from deep, and she hits!
And the foul.
Richards making an amazing performance in her final college basketball game. Richards is going to get a chance to put it to 5 points on the night. Nice to see Natalie back on what a night she'll remember forever. There's no question about it. In play there. King's going to inbound the ball here. Lee, King, Thomas, Von Hendrick, Penn. Second, a rare turnover for Central Penn tonight. Whistling actually gave her quite a ball on the clock. Shot clock is turned off. And it's 51-17. They're going to hold for that last shot. Borelli with 3 seconds left. Kayla Murrin. Can't get it to go. But it's 51-17. Well, Christian, this is our last break of the season. I'm going to put you on the spot here. What was the best moment of these last few games that we did, in your opinion?
I believe it was the first game when we had the buzzer beater. It was an amazing game. I believe that Jure got the ball after the defensive rebound, kicked it to Whistle in the outlet, and she dished it down to Jaylin on the block and had the game-winning, the go-ahead bucket. She also got fouled to put it in within three. So it was a great moment. It was amazing.
I'm not going to lie, you stole my answer, but I kind of knew that's where you were going. To me, if beyond that, of course, I think my favorite moment was tonight. I think it was such a memorable night for Natalie Richards to be, proposed to by her longtime boyfriend and father of her child, and now they have hopefully a very wonderful life together. I know it wasn't necessarily something that happened during the game, but certainly something that's gonna go down in Central Penn history as one of the most unique senior nights ever.
Definitely, there's a lot of history that was made in the past broadcast. It was just amazing. Couldn't ask to be a part of anything.
A heartbreaking defeat in overtime where we happened to lose, but we were so close. We've had some amazing games this season, and Christian, next season I just hope that we can do some more games together and continue this tradition here that we're starting.
Definitely, I'm looking forward to next season.
Well, I'm looking more forward to baseball. As an aside, join us March 10th, weather permitting, of course, for opening day for the Central Penn Knights men's team. You can find all the home games on our Nightly News YouTube channel. We get to watch Christian actually play instead of being on this side of the microphone.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a great season from our guys. I love baseball season. It's the best time of year.
Coach Stern, recently on the Nightly News podcast with you, said that he's looking to you as a team leader. You and Quentin look like you're going to be the team leaders this season, along with Gabe Arellano. Let's focus on the game, Christian. We will have plenty of promotion for the baseball season, but do tune in to the Nightly News on YouTube. Natalie from deep. Can't hit. Merlin with the rebound. Can't hit there either. 9:29 on the scoreboard. It's 51-17 Central Penn. I think that they want to continue with the foot on the gas here. Inbounds to Whistling, to Kayla Murrin, to Sierra DeWalt, to Whistling again. You've got three people open on the outside. Borelli stopped that ball from going all the way to the bleachers in the back there. And it is Trinity Washington ball. I definitely give them credit. They're still playing hard. Roach with the ball now. Puts it up. Had a decent shot. The rebound from Borelli. Borelli into Murrin, to Natalie. Borelli, Whistling Verna, inside to Murrin. And that ball is rejected by Roach. Do get the foul call there, though. Murrin to the line. Murrin's a freshman. Averages 5 minutes a game. She's played in 8 this season. Beautiful. Christian, according to the score sheet, that's her first points of the season.
Some more history. Some more history.
Good rebound there from Lee. King with the ball from downtown. Still can't hit that deep shot, Christian. Borelli pushing. Inside to Natalie Richards. Can't quite get it to fall. Good sport trying to help up her opponent there. King, what a shot. Channeling her inner Jaylin there. Borelli's walking this one up the court. Just under 8 minutes here. Inside to Murrin. High off the glass. Can Murrin get that rebound? No. Sierra DeWalt does. Borelli, I just don't understand their exterior defense here, Christian. We're leaving way too many people wide open. Richards can't. Murrin with the board and the foul. Tell you what, Central Penn showing up even with the 2 big scorers on the bench.
Definitely, man. This team just, I don't know, there's something else. They all play so well.
Jalen Burton-Jones and Jermaine Patterson return for Central Penn College, and Mary Nell Keller returns for Trinity Washington.
Jaylin and Jure back on the floor. They'll probably finish this game out here with 7:41. 54-19, Knights lead. Kayla Murrin can't quite get it to go, but she grabs the rebound and she's taking it right to the hoop. Inside to Jure, and she's fouled. I mean, there's just nothing they can do. Jure is athletic, physical. Tech here next year, Christian. The USCAA better watch out. Just off on that first one. At the conclusion of the game, we will be interviewing the nightly news player of the game, so stay tuned after the buzzer. Jure drops the second. Christian, what's the call on that one there? How'd they get the ball back?
I'm not even too sure. I might have missed it.
Jaylin, quick bucket. And they extend the lead to 38. Screen on Jaylin, King the drive. Jaylin the rebound. They have numbers here, 3-on-2. They do get back on defense, those Trinity Washington. Borelli, wide open from 3, and no good. They're just letting them fly now, Christian.
They might as well.
Still interested what that was. It a lane violation, do you think?
Yeah, that could possibly be the call.
King looking for Roach. The steal by Jaylin. Jaylin to Natalie to Borelli. Inside to Jaylin. What a spin move! Man, that might have made SportsCenter if she dropped that one. Kevin Thomas with the shot, no good. Borelli the rebound. Borelli out to Jaylin. Natalie Richards into Borelli. Ball movement here is exceptional from the Knights. Natalie Richards from deep. No good. But they're still hustling out there for that ball.
Sierra DeWalt returns for Central Penn College.
DeWalt back in. Borelli will take a seat. Richards to inbound the ball. Jaylin. No one's even stepping out on her. She shoots 42% from 3.
I don't think they're too worried about the 3 ball going up right now.
Inside to Patterson. What a shot. I mean, she's got some Patrick Ewing-like moves down there. You know, to me, Christian, one of the things about today's NBA that I'm not as necessarily a big of a fan as I once was. The big man has just really been taken out of the game. You know, you still have big men like Anthony Davis, but this inside-outside game that used to happen in the 80s and 90s and even early 2000s just really doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, definitely not, because all 5 men on the court are able to shoot threes, dribble, everything, pass. Like, it's a different game now, but it's very interesting.
Well, I mean, even a guy like Shaq. Do you see Shaq having the same impact?
Yeah,
in
definitely.
Today's
Definitely.
game?
If Shaq was still playing, he would, because he's just a dominant. There was nobody as dominant almost as Shaq. He was so powerful, big, strong. He would just take it right in, lay it up easy every time. I'm not too sure many centers in the NBA to this day can guard him.
I mean, who are even, other than, a guy like Anthony Davis, who are some of the other big men around the league?
You got Joel Embiid. You got,
but even Embiid can shoot from deep.
Yeah, you got Steve Adams. Steve Adams is more one of the big men that actually just does a big man's job. He rebounds. He gets inside moves going, and yeah, he's not too much of a threat on the outside. But there's just the game's so much different now.
Well, we need to maybe give Jure some old Patrick Ewing tapes or something. Let her work on her spin move over the summer.
Definitely, I think that would benefit her.
We did miss a 3-ball from Jalen, who is continuing to have an excellent game. Trinity Washington with a timeout. They're down 41 with 4 minutes 19 seconds. Well, Christian, I got to tell you, it's been my absolute pleasure to be joined by you this season, the 4 games we've been able to call, and I'm just looking forward to not only doing baseball, of course, but also having you back again next year. You got 1 more year of commentating eligibility left, so we'll make sure we have you back next year.
Definitely. It was a great experience. It's just an amazing opportunity. It's just taught me a lot. I had fun doing it, and I got to watch a lot of great basketball games.
I'm not going to lie, you taught me a lot, too. I've told everybody all along, I've certainly done baseball. This is my first doing basketball, so I hope that I'm not too rough for you guys out there listening to me. But, I've enjoyed basketball since I was a kid. Big Knicks fan. I've been to the Madison Square Garden several times. I actually got to see Jordan in his final season down in Washington.
Oh, wow.
Which was very, he was obviously not the Jordan we knew, but it was still amazing to see him there. So I've been to a lot of different games. This is definitely a lot of fun. I've been watching a lot more basketball this year, trying to get some pointers from Dickie V and some of the other great commentators in college basketball. And, of course, we're looking forward to Big March Madness, where I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to take Duke to win it all. I know that's out on a lim. Although Kentucky looked great against Tennessee last week. It was a very fun game to watch.
Definitely. Michigan and Virginia are some hot teams as well.
I had Michigan going all the way in my pool last year, and they got busted in the first round. I'm never having them win another game in my pool. DeWalt from deep. Roach the rebound.
College basketball is just amazing. It's a great atmosphere.
I just wish, and this is the baseball fan in me, Christian. I think if you're that good of a blue chip player, you go out after high school or you stay 3 years. It's that simple. There's too much opportunity for foul play. We've heard from Louisville to a wide variety of schools with major NCAA infractions. I just don't understand how that rule can continue to be.
Yeah, it's a sketchy rule. It's one rule that I don't believe will ever get just a solid line get stamped as one or another. But the basketball game's evolving. You never know. There's not too many people that can actually go right out of high school. It's a lot of learning to do. I just believe that the one and done rule is pretty much it's a waste. There's plenty of athletes that just need to get an education because, like you said, the foul play, injuries can be involved, but there's nothing more valuable than a college degree.
Well, what's your opinion on maybe basketball adopting the baseball model, where it's either you go out as a high school player, maybe go to the D-League or something, or you stay for 3 seasons in college?
I like both of them rules right there, simply because like if you are good enough, you deserve to get paid, because you know there's a lot
Zion
of
Williamson easily could be playing in the NBA right now.
definitely, because
But he is one of a kind. There aren't too many people like Zion out there.
yeah, definitely. But like I was told, and like it's often brought up, like there's a lot of players that are just, you know, born into poverty, and like that basketball is their way out financially, and so like if they have the opportunity to go to the league right out of high school, I believe it should be given to them.
Well, and that's the thing. They can, you know, get paid in the D League if they go straight out. But at the same time, you might wash out. Whereas if you went and worked with a Krzyzewski or a Jim Boeheim, you might become a better player and actually improve your draft stock.
Definitely.
I mean, this happens all the time in baseball. All the time in baseball. Guys get drafted out of high school. They're either not happy with their draft position, they go to college, and they become great stars. I mean, look at guys like David Price, you know, did his whole 3 year, well, not his whole, but he did 3 years of Vanderbilt, came out #1 pick. So, was drafted out of high school, but a late round pick there. So, I mean, there's pros and cons both ways. Not to mention, no matter what, you're leaving with some type of education.
Definitely.
Roach the shot after we got off on our little tangent there. Going to call a jump ball there. Central Penn leads 62-22. And Natalie Richards, for her last time, checks back in. A 40-point lead for the Knights. DeWalt with the shot. Can't get it to fall. Roach the rebound. King walks it up. Von Hendricks to Lee to Keller. Back to King. Nice ball fake. Nice. I'll tell you what, King definitely the most athletic player on the team tonight, but I'll tell you, she's got to have over 20 shots from the field tonight.
Yeah, definitely. She's been throwing a lot of shots up, but I mean, she's the head of the team, so I guess they're all saying, let it fly.
DeWalt with the shot, a little too much. Richards very close on that rebound. Well, as we roll down to our last minute, we want to thank you, the viewers, for helping us. Oh, Glass there on the three. Nice shot. 62-27. We really want to thank all the viewers out there, because if it wasn't for you, there'd be no sense in doing this. We're not doing this for our health, that's for sure. But we appreciate you tuning in, and we appreciate the support. Nothing but amazing feedback from all of us, especially some wonderful feedback about you, Christian. I've heard from a lot of colleagues and some fans out there. You might have your own fan club here before you know it, Christian.
Haha, that would be great, but I appreciate it.
Murrin the shot. Jeray Patterson the rebound. Kayla to Natalie Richards. And she puts the ball on the floor. Inside to Kayla. Can't quite get it to fall. That'll be 41.8 seconds. We will be chatting with the nightly news player of the game here in 41.8 seconds. We haven't decided quite who that is yet. But yes, before we get out of here, thank you so much to all the viewers. We appreciate all your support. And we appreciate all the Knights Nation. DeWalt can't get it to fall. The back tap. Borelli from long range. The rebound from Roach. King takes it the other way. 30 seconds remain. The scoop! Where has that been? I'll tell you, King's having a big game here. And she's, you know, even though they're going to take an L here, she's still got a smile on her face. And that, isn't that what college athletics is all about?
Definitely. They're having a great time. Just being able to play a college sport is just amazing in itself.
7 seconds remain in the ball game. Borelli with the rebound from half court. Oh, just off. And that's it, Christian. The final score, Central Penn Lady Knights 62, Trinity Washington 29. Brian stealing my thunder there. While we wait for the Nightly News Player of the Game, just want to send out some thank you. Thank you very much, Parker Rose, Brian Christiana, for great help. Nightly News members, Nick Holloman, also Nightly News member, thank you so much for help with the basketball season. Dylan Kleintop ran the camera, did an amazing job. This was his first experience ever doing this, so what an amazing job he's done. Christian Fulp, this is his first really commentating experience ever. This is my first basketball commentary experience, so this has really been a learning process for all of us. We thank you so, so much to all the fans out there, and we just appreciate your support. Laura is making her way up here with the Nightly News Player of the Game, recently engaged Natalie Richard. So I'm going to turn it over to Laura.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing tonight? How you feeling, Nat?
Good.
You feeling real good, ain't you? What happened tonight? Talk about this game tonight.
Good.
How you feel to be back? You know, a little real quick for the
I'm
last time.
retired.
You retired? You just had to play tonight?
Yeah.
Well, I want to say you played a good game.
Thank you.
You did your thing, and I'm proud of you, girl.
Thanks.
Congratulations goes out to Natalie. Natalie, 5 points tonight. Thank you so much for coming up here, and congratulations on being the Nightly News Player of the Game for the last game of the season.
Thank you.
And best of luck with you and your fiance. Natalie, thank you so much. Well, Christian, Laura, come on in here. Join us. Guys, thank you all so very much from the bottom of our hearts. We appreciate all your support. For Laura Lee, for Christian Fulp, we can get the cameraman in here if he wants to stick his head in here. Dylan Kleintop. Guys, we thank you so much for all your support. It means the world to all of us, and we appreciate you sticking with us through the season. That's going to be it here from East Penn High School with a final score, Central Penn Lady Knights, and March 16th. We'll be calling baseball as well. All right, we'll see you next year.